name is Jenny. So this is actually my theory of knowledge presentation. Okay, so this means language in Korean. My presentation is, if any of you know the man named Psy, he's really famous for creating the YouTube popular video of Gangnam Style. And we're going to watch an ABC just ABC news video of it.
Can you turn the volume up on the computer and down on the screen a bit? Let's see if that fills the buzz a little bit. Maybe not.
Yeah, it's not even on the computer, guys. You can clearly see that.
Dude, doesn't need to get snippy.
Oh, I don't understand.
What's the trouble?
What's happening?
We'll play
Oh, can I play it?
You can turn it back up on the screen, maybe.
It's not even turned up all there.
Someone call my time.
Your time has been paused. I got your back.
Okay.
Someone help her.
John's good. Use the mouse, John. Thank you. Oh, or not.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, you had it for us.
Oh my God. You guys.
Technology, fly upon you.
Impaired. Wow. You guys not on point today. You're not on point today.
I want to see Jenny. Yes,
Oh my God.
why is that so hard?
Oh my God. I hate this one. Okay,
Click it.
Click it. Say, okay, don't touch on.
Just play.
Don't touch on. Don't touch. Ready? So again, this is an ABC news video about Psy, the man who created the really popular YouTube video called Gangnam Style. So
Turn it up, yeah.
When musical artist Psy released this video, he had no idea this would go so viral. Strong electro beats, addictive lyrics, and most of all, the humor in it have gripped the world audience, including rapper T-Pain, who tweeted, "Amazing," and singer Josh Groban tweets, "It's the Gangnam Style world, we're just living in it."
It's like Beverly Hills, Korea. Dance doesn't look like Beverly Hills. Lyrics doesn't look like Beverly Hills. And the music video, all the situations doesn't look like Beverly Hills. And please keep saying, I'm Beverly Hills style. So that's the point. Sort of twist.
The global sensation has led to a burst in video parodies like these on YouTube. The hilarious and weird situations depicted in the video were simply for fun and to make people excited, he says.
Well, you're surely exciting people with your horse dance. Where did that come from? That's a very comic dance. Not easy to learn, though.
It's easy. You gotta use your upper body also, not just your legs. Always play next upper body with the horse.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind next time I try.
Some of his ideas come from Austin Powers, Charlie Sheen, and this one was inspired by Lady Gaga's Poker Face. As a tribute to America's hottest pop icon, he gave this dance at his concert, ending it with his now world-famous horse riding dance. Churicho, ABC News.
They are raising.
So in the video, I watched it on ABC News, obviously, and some ideas came to mind, like how could such.
Something's wrong.
Okay, and I just was wondering, like, some ideas that came to mind is like how could such a popular Korean song become famous in American culture, and how does it's like continents overseas and it's far away, and he's even inspired by American ideas like like Austin Powers and Lady Gaga, all these and so I was wondering and thinking about how does a language in the way of knowing language, how can it impact cultures and what's popular, and that was an idea that I thought of. So kind of to clean that up question, my knowledge issue that I'm thinking of is what is the impact of language in a culture? So some prerequisites that I should probably identify first is culture. In this presentation, my definition of culture is going to be using a group of individuals or individuals who share similar beliefs or live among a similarity of principles. So they kind of, they're like kind of an in-group, out-group thing going on. They that's culture. That's what they do. Also for this, my knowledge issue dealt with culture, but because for the time's sake, I'm looking at American culture just because personally, I've grown in America and I'm ABC, American born, Chinese, born and raised. So I'm going to look at American culture and the impacts that language has there. So just let that know. Okay, and some lenses, you want to call them, I guess, or some types of different ways of viewing my knowledge issue. I'm going to be looking at different areas of knowledge. So I'm looking at history, and with history I'm going to be looking at the New World, and then I'm also looking at human sciences and net languages. And then I'll also be looking at art and art therapy. So these are going to have my lenses on how we're going to approach this knowledge issue. So, history. My question in viewing history is, how has language helped create an American culture separate from the British culture? So in history, long ago, in colonization times, Americans, Pilgrims and Puritans came to the New World, and a lot of time, in the process, language was lost. Well, not lost, but language was changed. Spellings of words had changed, and this is an example of a lot of British spellings to American spellings. There's a list of them. Like, for example, color is spelled differently from color. So that website is that. Also, so it's the idea that in history, in American culture, it's created like a separate culture in itself. It's created an American culture separate from British culture, but language has. So they maybe speak and say words and grammar and spelling, it's separate from British culture. My next area of knowledge we're looking at is human sciences, and this is my question of how does cyber slang contribute to our modern day culture? So cyber slang is kind of like texting email, and it's also called net language. So it's kind of like LOL or like JK, and that kind of idea, see you later, CULA, and then 8. These kind of languages become really recently popular now in our generation of the 20th century. And it's changed the way we communicate, and it's the idea that this newfound language, because it's the way we communicate, it's created a culture of, technologically savvy generation. Like our generation, 20th century, 20th century, we use email and texting to communicate. We don't use letters anymore, so it's, even phone calls are less used now these days. So it's, so it just created a culture of technology savvy students, separate from in the 1900s, 1800s. It's a distinction. My last area of knowledge to look at this is, has therapy evolved? So if we're looking at the normal therapy was kind of back then in 1900s, it's kind of cognitive behavior therapy and talking sessions. You would traditionally think of therapy, think of someone sitting on a couch, talking to your therapist with the glasses, notepad, writing down thoughts you're saying. They ask you, how does that make you feel? So our schema of therapy would be talking sessions. But more recently, there has been an evolving of art therapy versus talking therapy. And art therapy is the idea of expressing yourself using, creative ways, creative outlets. You can do painting, you can, make collages. A lot of mental institutions now do art therapy to, get people to express their emotions, and it's the newest therapy. A quote said by Ellen Miller is, "Art can permeate the very deepest part of us where no words exist." This is in her book, The Girl Who Spoke, with pictures, autism through art, and this book kind of goes through a journey of this girl, and she is unable to, use language and words to describe how she's feeling and what she goes through. So she uses